Fellow Africans, on this day, 60 years ago, African visionaries gathered in Addis Ababa to determine the future of the continent. They were determined to pave the path to freedom and independence in order to reclaim the birthright that the people of Africa had been denied for so long. It was their appointment with history which they honor by answering the call with a deep sense of responsibility. African visionaries were determined to rid the continent of the last vestige of colonialism and apartheid, to promote unity and solidarity among the African states, and to coordinate and intensify cooperation for Africa's development. Their thoughts were like the flame of freedom that illuminated away the darkness of colonialism. Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah understood the meaning of independence in unity with others. And I quote, "Ghana's independence is meaningless if it's not linked to the total liberation of the continent." This commitment was also demonstrated by Mwalimu Julius Nyerere in his own way, and I quote, "We, the people of Tanganyika, would like to light a candle and put it on top of Kilimanjaro mountain, which will shine beyond our borders, giving hope where there were despair, love where there were hate, and dignity where there was only before humiliation and hope." These visionaries have taught us the valuable lesson of courage, determination, humility, intellect ability, and the perseverance in the face of hardship. They have taught us to love Africa and encourage us to fight for the freedom that was not yet attained. Today, almost every country in Africa is free with the exception of the Western Sahara. We believe the people of Western Sahara are entitled to their inalienable right to self-determination, just like any other country worldwide. This is because freedom and independence provide citizens with the right, with obligation, to do what they can determine for themselves. Thus, after the completion of the task of independence, Africa decided to embark on the path of socio-economic development. The Organization of African Unity was transformed into the African Union and identified 7 aspirations, reflecting on our desire for a shared prosperity and the well-being, for the unity and integration, for the continent of free citizens and expanded horizons, where the full potential of women and youth are recognized, and with freedom from fear, diseases, and want. Each of these goals identify priority area to be implemented at the national level to ensure that Africa collectively achieve developmental goals. Now, reaching a milestone, we still hear the sound of guns. And certainly, we have to ask ourselves, as we have arrived at the crossroad, which road are we going to follow? Is it the road that is going to take us to the attainment of the 2063 vision, or is a road ridden with pothole of conflict and disagreement among ourselves, or the road smooth technologically superhighway of unity, paved with hope and aspiration for the Africa we want? The answer to this question is not the one that will be answered for us, but by us Africans, with the action we will take. Bearing in mind that Africa is blessed with abundant mineral resources lie beneath its belly, we owe it to the succeeding generation to exploit the resources, to build a strong Africa, an Africa which its children will be proud to call home and salvage together. An Africa which no one will make a mockery of, and an Africa which will stand tall and proud for having cast off the ashes of ignorance, chain of tribalism and ethnicity, an Africa that believes, and I quote, a family is like a forest. When you are outside, it is dense. When you are inside, you see that each tree has its own place, and I quote. Today, we sing beautiful Africa, a continent we love, and prepare to defend and serve well. Now let us dedicate this day to those who labor in pain and in construction or in constructing infrastructure such as railway, road, bridges, and majestic buildings, as well as other structures. Let us dedicate this day to the youth of Africa who are innovating new ideas to contribute to the development of Africa. Let us dedicate this day to the women of Africa who wake up every morning to till the soil and cultivate the land to feed the continent. Let us dedicate this day to the children of Africa to inspire them to dream big and bequeath them with unlimited wealth of opportunities. As Comrade Sam Nujoma, the founding president of the Republic of Namibia, said, and I quote, "A people united striving to achieve a common goal for all members of the society will always emerge victorious," unquote. May God bless Africa exceedingly. May He shower her land with the rain of prosperity, and may the morning dew keep her wild grass moist. I thank you.